Good morning all. Just wanted to do a video review of couple of trades that I alerted in the room. Starting with SWI, it was an alert. However, I could not take the trade purely because it did not give me my entry. It was around when I alerted, I was looking, it flushed around 18.20, did a quick flush from $19 level. I was thinking if it hits 1790, around 1790, I'll start my long with ads at around 1752. So looking at the daily level, like this was a very quick review of the where things are placed at the daily. So as soon as I saw this drop, I immediately checked the daily, and this stack up here at around 1750 was pretty awesome. I was thinking of that, and I initially thought, okay, this could be a good trade. So I divided my orders into 1792 and around 1752. Ended up not getting the trade at all. So that's something on SWI. The next one was LITE. So I was watching it hit around 9260 monthly pivot level, but it was too close from where it opened. So I was waiting for it to come to this level 9364. In the meantime, I did alert the room, but I did alert. I think it was at that time it was around 50k volume. So I did alert and said the volume is low on this. So when I actually say alert a ticker and say the volume is low, it means use caution. Don't go big in size, because with the lower size there is always a chance that it's gonna continue going higher. So keeping that in my mind, I did enter this trade at around 93.45 somewhere, with a smaller size. Let me see my entry. Yeah, 93.45 with smaller size than normal, purely based on how much volume it had. Using I had no plans to add at 98 level monthly pivot level. So my size was final size on this. So with any trade that I go with final size at this, I'm not gonna add anything. If my thought process, I'm not gonna add anything. I'll always have my stop right about that 5 minute candle where I entered the trade. So my stop on this would have been at around 94.10 somewhere there. So the high of this was around 93.94. So my stop would have been at around 94.10 or 94.20 somewhere there. All right. So right after that, it did try to push through that high, previous high level, failed, flush to this monthly pivot level. So I got my first covers at around 92.75. Almost $1 on that on the first piece, and the next one was around 92.30, just above the VWAP, and the last piece at just above the quarterly pivot here around 91.65. So that's on LITE. So the next trade was on HCAC. It was a long trade. So when I saw this flush, like starting from around $19, like I probably at around 18.20 level. So I alerted the room, thinking this is gonna flush to 1744 level, the quarterly pivot level. So I kind of scooped in a starter position at around $18, and I thought it started bouncing, and I thought that I may not get my size, half size as I planned. So but what happened, it kind of tried to push over the VWAP, failed over that, and flushed to this quarterly pivot level. So I got my entry at 1752, my first actual size entry at 1752, with ads planned at around 1690. Okay, so again, as this was a starter size, 18 was a starter size, so it was not so much of a relevant size. My actual half size entry was, the reason for half size is because as soon as I got plan to take this trade, I saw there was a there is a good chance it's gonna probably flush to this 1690 17 level. So I split into half. So I took half here and had my orders, another half orders at around 1690. So so this what happened, like it touched this quarterly pivot, took a bounce to VWAP. I think I covered I sold some at 1798, just below that VWAP. Sold some more at 1835, and I had a little bit more left to sell at around 1856 or 57, just below the previous day low. It ended up not going towards that particular level. So as soon as it flushed to the VWAP area, I sold the rest of it at around $18. Okay, the other one is CHWY. So I specifically want to talk about this. The reason being, this was a high conviction trade for me. So when I alerted the room, I saw a quick move to 85 level. The reason for 85 short for me, like particular interest of 85 short for me, is how it reacted to that level yesterday, right? So it did a quick push higher, dropped down to VWAP. This is yesterday's chart. Dropped down to VWAP, tried to push higher, and it kind of got stuck here at 85 level, right? And then came down a little bit, then again tried to push over 85, failed to do that, and ended up flushing lower. So that definitely was a high conviction trade for me. Really, looking back, I would have not traded it any differently. I would have taken this trade 10 out of 10 times, right? So because how it reacted at this level yesterday. So my order was around 84.90. I got the fill right when I got the fill. I alerted the room. It actually did kind of briefly trying to hang around, try to come down a little bit. I guess it got some buyers in and started pushing higher. So even with high conviction trades, and if I am full size on it, regardless of that, I always make sure I have a stop planned. In my case, the stop was, as I always, right about this candle where I entered the trade. So in this case, I entered 84.90, and this candle has the high of 85.20, right? My stop was at 85.35, and I stopped out on the next 5-minute candle when it broke above that 85.35, right? So I want to emphasize something very, very clearly, right? So if you plan to add, the way you stop will be different. When, like in my case, I'm talking about how I trade any stock. It can be $5 stock or can be $200 stock. So this is how I normally trade. I don't normally have my orders in an arbitrary position, like a place where it does not matter. So I always place my orders at an extreme extension levels. So in this case, it was 85 was very much obvious level for me. So I had my entry at 84.90. But if I am full size, regardless of my conviction and how strongly I feel about a trade, and how strongly I feel I have a bias towards a particular stock, I will stop out, because I'll rather take a 45-cent loss than end up waiting how it's gonna work and see it go against me from where 85 to 88, $3 against me to make maximum like $2-3. So my thought was clear on this. So right when this broke, and I stopped out. So that's the trade on CHWY, CHWY, yes. The other one was AMWL. Do ask me questions on this if you have, if you feel like I did not cover enough on this particular topic, because this is very, very important for me. I'll share my order entry and chart about which shows where I entered and exited. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure people don't care how much money you made, but pretty sure people want to know like how you stop out, how you manage your risk and everything. So I want to emphasize this very clearly. Stops are very, very important, and if I'm not clear on that aspect with this explanation, do let me know. I can make another video or I can talk to you directly. Okay. Moving forward, the another trade that I alerted in the room was AMWL. I think this was a low volume trade. So and I had no plans to add either. So I took my entry at around 3160. I'll give that 5-minute candle a little bit of time to form. It bounced from there. I think my first exit was around 32 round number area. Then the next piece was at around, I was planning to sell some at around VWAP, but then realized probably may not hit a VWAP. So I think I took some off at around, no, I think I took all my position off at around 32.42, like close to VWAP, not exactly VWAP, but close to VWAP. Alright, so AMWL, that's the long trade. Do let me know if you have any questions. I'll be in the pro room or in the review room. That's it, guys. Have a good one. Thank you.